Hey guys, hope you're all having a good day. This is a new series that I've come up with kind of randomly, and I don't know what to call it, so maybe you can help me down below in the comments.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Hey guys, so here's a video that I think could be a nice breather from the Last Jedi stuff, and something I've been wanting to cover for a long time. While the title states it's a fan fiction, I want to mix things up a bit. I want to go over as many what-ifs as I can, but solely revolving around Luke's attacks, rather than the outcome of the galaxy. So let's go back to Return of the Jedi, right where Luke beat Vader and then turned to confront the Emperor. Now, mind you, I just want to segue for a second again. When I say beat, I don't truly mean Luke beat his dad, simply because Vader was never just trying to defeat Luke, he was merely toying with him. The whole time trying to turn him to the dark side, then got taken by surprise and lost. Now, before we go into a different topic here, when Luke turns to the Emperor, after coming to his senses from being in that blacked out rage until seeing his father's hand, he turns around and tosses his green lightsaber away and says, "Never. I'll never turn to the dark side." Now, as we all know, this is where Luke is zapped by Palpatine, and what many theorize to believe was his last effort at making his father either save him or have him be killed right in front of his eyes. What I want to discuss in this video is to question if Luke didn't throw the lightsaber away, would he have been powerful enough to defeat Palpatine? If so, let's cover some of the top attack possibilities for Luke to Sidious. The answer is very subjective, and while I never want to be an authoritative channel saying yes or no as a fact, I want to always just raise thought-provoking points to discuss. Luke was strong. He was really powerful. However, he wasn't more powerful than the Emperor. So let's say he kept his lightsaber in his hand and simply turned to face Sidious. There are a few what-ifs and possibilities here that I thought of. And of course, I want you guys to write your ideas as well. The first, he either jumps and charges Palpatine only to be force-pushed backwards, or he stands right there, lightsaber ignited green with fury. Wait, 1 second. Let me fix this. It's better. When Palpatine fires lightning at him and he crumbles to the floor. Some might say, well, Luke would just deflect the attack like Obi-Wan did or Mace Windu, but the fact is, he wouldn't, sadly. In Return of the Jedi novelization, Luke had no idea Force lightning was even a thing. He wondered why Yoda never taught it to him, and while he had no clue, his initial instinct was to block it with his hand, which he actually did for a few shots. However, the power was so overwhelming and so strong that he eventually put his hand back down and felt the searing paralyzation that Sidious threw upon him. What if Luke force choked Palpatine like he did against the Gamorrean guards in Jabba's palace? This also wouldn't work because Sidious was so powerful, he would have overthrown the attack with a force power of his own. Maybe a force choke even stronger, or force lightning, or force push, or pull, whatever it may be. And this is assuming that Luke breaks through Palpatine's force shield first, which would be next to impossible at his current power level. Okay, so what if Luke threw his lightsaber at Sidious, like Vader did to him? Now, this could be more tricky for Palpatine, as it's so unexpected and fast. However, I'm sure in all of the years that Sidious has been alive, with all of his fights, he would have foreseen it, or at the very least, assuming he doesn't, he could zap it out of the way as lightning is always faster than anything. Or he'd just force push the saber away, like Snoke did in The Last Jedi, however, to a much lesser extent. Okay, so we can keep going back and forth on many different possibilities, but 9 times out of 10, Palpatine is pretty much going to overpower Luke in every single scenario. Unless we have this one. What if Luke pretended to kneel before Sidious, pledge his allegiance to him and the dark side, lightsaber in hand, then stand quickly and ignite it through Palpatine's chin and through his head? This is probably the only one that would work. Now, some might say, well, his lightsaber shouldn't be in his hand when he's pledging his allegiance, Palpatine would never allow it. Well, in the event that it's not, we could even go into that what if as well, and say Luke would reach his hand out quickly and summon it to him as he's standing up and slash it through Palpatine's head. However, even then, Sidious would love this attack. This is the kind of sneaky attack that would require the dark side in all forms of anger, aggression, speed, and trickery. These aren't the ways of the Jedi, of the light side, and therefore, Luke would have started his path to the dark side, once again after defeating his father, which is what Palpatine wanted from the start, and exactly what Yoda said, that once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny. So, I think no matter what Luke would have done here, his best option was to do what we saw in the film, which was surrender and hope his father, Anakin Skywalker, would break through the depression of Vader's clinch and save him, fulfilling the prophecy and returning to the light once more. Now, of course, while those were only a few of the what-if scenarios Luke could use to defeat Palpatine, or at least try, I want to know what you guys would think. What could Luke do differently to have defeated Sidious? Maybe something that I didn't think of. Which what-if scenario here would you have liked to have seen? Alrighty guys, thank you for watching this episode. If you want me to make more videos like this kind of what-if scenario, maybe help me name the series. I don't really know what to call it yet. So let me know down below. Until the next episode of Star Wars Theory, my fellow Jedi and Sith friends, remember,
the Force will be with you always.